Hey, a little top 10s here. We take great pains to make sure our food is as clean as possible. There are even government agencies dedicated to the task, and some of the most common practices in our own kitchens are geared to keep our food clean. It's in our nature, still we have free will, and we can choose to defy our nature, even if sometimes it really seems like we shouldn't. Humans have developed food items made from some of the things that most disgust us. So, we put up a list of the top 10 foods that you won't want to eat. Because obviously these ones may be a little bit immature for the younger people, but it contains either poop, vomit, spit, or any other disgusting word, I think. Specifically on top of the poop. Alright? Because yes, most people think it's immature, especially kids out there, so. I'd just like to say, that's a little disclaimer, alright? Anyway, number 10 is Kapai Luwak. 83% of adults in America drink coffee. We love the stuff, and it comes in as many varieties as we could want, from exotic locals the world over. But one local in particular might give coffee lovers a pause. It's called a cat's butt. So, Kapai Luwak is actually the most expensive coffee in the world. It is produced from coffee beans that have been passed through the digestive system of a kiva cat. This cat, native to Southeast Asia, loves coffee almost as much as we do. It eats the choicest coffee cherries, but it doesn't digest the beans. Instead, it deposits them. Having gone through the digestive process, the bean is made less acidic, lower in protein, and lower in caffeine, which we need caffeine, especially me. Ultimately, this produces smooth, aromatic, and low-bitter Kapai Luwak coffee, prized the world over. However, fun fact, when the kiva wants to mark its territory, it sprays a thick, repulsive-smelling oil. That oil is gathered up and used as a perfume additive in the luxury perfume industry, like Chanel No. 5, for example. Just saying that for randomly. Historical kiva musk traders would taste the oil to make sure it wasn't adulterated with human feces, which is much less cheaper and equally repulsively smelly. And, like its close relative, the meerkat, it is not actually related to the cat family. Alright, number 9 is Panda Dong Green Tea. Panda's famous diet on little except bamboo. But according to one tea interpreter, they digest only about 30% of the nutrients found in the bamboo. This leaves their excrement still rich in the vitamins and minerals present in the plant, in the form perfect for fertilizer. That tea interpreter is named An Yanshi. He is a Central University lecturer and wildlife expert who has put that panda dung to work in making a very unique green tea. His tea is fertilized with the dung to special effect. He says, just like green tea, bamboo contains an element that prevents cancer and enhances green tea's anti-cancer effects if it's used as fertilizer for the tea. And Yanshi's Panda Dong green tea has a price tag of about $35,000 a pound. That's seriously ridiculous. It's a very expensive one, by the way. Alright, number 8 is Unkunu Karo. This beer's name is a pun on the Japanese word for crap, Anko. Produced by Kanagawa-based brewery named Sankt Gallen for April Fools of 2013. This beer sold out within minutes of becoming available. The stout is made with an ingredient unusual in beers, coffee. Even more unusual than coffee. The beans were collected from the helpful elephants of Thailand's Golden Triangle Elephant Foundation. Like Kapai Luwak, the beans pass through the digestive system and arrive at the other end. Unlike the kiva cat, most of the beans perish in the process. 33 kilograms of beans go in, but only 1 kilogram of usable beans emerged out the other end. One revered Mr. Sato said of the beer, "After down the last drop, slowly rising from my throat and mouth was an overglow. The combination of bitter and sweet stayed fresh and lingered in my head. It was a familiar aroma that accompanied me through the entire beer. For some time after, I could still feel as if my body was saturated with that warm scent." $104 will net you 35 grams of this unique coffee. Should you wish to enhance your own microbrews. So, that's really what you need to think about. Alright, number 7 is traditional chicha. Chicha is a corn beer brewed in the Andes. The beverage dates back thousands of years ago and played a large role in the cultures of groups such as the Incas and Aztecs, who found drunkenness as a spiritual activity and sharing a drink as a sign of friendship. Though you may have enjoyed a glass of chichi if you lived or have ever been to Argentina or anywhere that's near the Andes. The drink, however, is brewed differently than most versions in the modern day. To begin the fermentation process, the chicha brewers would begin by working the corn thoroughly with their tongue, completely moisten it with their own saliva. The enzymes in our spit are enough to work the cornstarch into fermentable sugar. After a drying period, the corn cakes would be ready. This step happens before the beer is brewed, so the final product is sterile, and some breweries still make the drink in the traditional fashion. One modern brewer was quoted by the New York Times during the first saliva-filled step of the process. "Would it be bad if we bit off mouth? Then we could through." Alright, number 6 is honey. This is the most surprising one on the list, but bees have 2 stomachs, one of which is completely dedicated to storing the nectar they collect from flowers. When full, this stomach can weigh as much as the bee itself. Now, these honeybees return to the hive after visiting upward of 1,500 flowers. Once there, they pass out the nectar to worker bees by vomiting it up out of their second stomach. That's right, number 2, and the worker bees wait in months. This regurgitation process is repeated until the partial digested nectar is finally prepared and then deposited into a honeycomb. From there, the water is fanned out with the nectar, which reduces a substance into the syrupy bug vomit we all know and love. So, does this make you want to not eat honey again? I don't know. I'm still interested into it. I'm addicted. Alright, number 5 is shellac. Now, shellac is an ingredient commonly used as a glaze. Though the name may be unfamiliar to us in America, we're all likely familiar with the foods it's used in. Coated candy, chocolate, and even waxed fresh fruit can contain shellac. Just what is this versatile substance? Shellac is the purified form of lac. Lac is a secretion of the Lucifer lacacure insect, cultivated in India, Thailand, and Burma. The secretions formed on twigs, which is then soaked in water to clear up any debris from such as insect parks, and then soaked again in sodium carbonate to remove any acid. This purified bug poop finds its way into many of our foods, but it's also useful as a varnish or wood primer. Nice. I would probably eat that now. Alright, number 4 is baby poop sausages. Bacterial fermentation plays a huge role in the making of sausage. That spicy flavored pepperoni gives your pizza, it's a result of bacteria. So, it may not seem like a stretch when researchers say they've developed a way to ferment sausage that can result in a healthy bacteria-rich food, like probiotic yogurts. The bacteria used was gathered from infant feces, human infants, mind you. The researchers behind this invention cultured the collected bacteria from 43 stool samples, and used them when making 6 batches of foot, which is just like pork sausage. These sausages were all tasted by professional tasters who reported that the flavor was indistinguishable from normal food. Alright, number 3. Kuchikami no sake. Much like chi-chi, the preparation of sake has changed over the years. This rice-based alcohol is sometimes called rice wine, but is more in common with the beer. Alright? Today, the rice is usually fermented with a mold that has the enzymes necessary to convert the rice starch into sugar. But before this mold was discovered, a different ingredient was used, called human saliva. The brewers would then begin by chewing rice, chestnuts, or acorns to begin the fermentation process. This special brand of sake, called Kichikami no Sake, or mouth-chewed sake, and is still sometimes made today. So, if you go to Japan and you are an adult, don't drink it, because it may be nasty. Alright, number 2 is ambergris. This substance is an intestinal slurry produced in the sperm whale's stomach or throat. Because of its rarity and variety of uses, it can fetch about $29 a gram. And some of those uses have famously been perfumes, but it has been used in cooking eggs, ice cream, and even cocktails. The smell is said to be that of highly concentrated ocean. One of the most common misconceptions about this miraculous slurry is that it is the vomit of the sperm whale. Yeah, who wants to eat that now? Rest assured, this is not the case. Ambergris is much more likely to be pooped out than to be vomited. Even nastier. Because I don't like poop. Because it smells nasty. Alright, number one. Alright, we're finally into the number 1 with Yan Wo. Well, described as the caviar of the East because of its high cost and status as a delicacy in China, this ingredient is bird's nest. The swiftlet, a swallow-like bird, produces these nests out of its own saliva secretins. Well, I don't think I said that correctly. But the nests are built expressively for the purpose of raising young and are abandoned once its task is complete. The protein-rich yan wo are used in soups, tonics, and even desserts. A decade ago, there were an estimated 1,000 swiftlet farms, and now there are some 60,000. The industry behind these saliva nests has blown to be an estimated $5 billion value. And that isn't gross enough. With you, it gets worse. The texture of yan wo, when cooked in soup, is like lumps of snot. Literally. But let me tell you, it's nasty. It gets nastier from there. Alright guys, so if I did not mention any foods that are made from any disgusting thing, just let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Alright, like this video. And support me on Patreon via the link in the description down below. Alright, that is it for us guys, and see you guys next time in another awesome Top 10. Take care.